10 kids.
Oh, yeah.
5 baby mamas.
Yeah.
The kids age and range from 7 to 22.
No.
You got some younger than 7?
No, 18 to, 2 to 18.
2 to 18.
2 to 18.
So, hold on. First kid in high school at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Second at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Third at 19.
Yeah.
Having kids in high school.
Uh-huh.
How you do your homework and be a dad at the same time?
It was crazy. Like, I kind of stopped doing my work. I barely graduated high school. Hey, but, you know, I had kind of gave up, man. Once I had those kids, I had gave up on my dream. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give all my life to my kids.
So what did you want to be?
What I want to be, I wanted to be a rapper at first.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had kind of gave up on it. You know, I wanted to be in the entertainment business, but, you know, when you had them kids, I was keeping it real. I'm like, man, that's over with. I done messed up too much.
Right.
Because from the age of 14 to 22, I had so many women during that time and stuff like that. I was like, all right, this is my punishment.
So were this in Millen?
Yeah, Millen in Statesboro, Georgia.
So they had to like know each other. A couple of them had to know each other. Wayne.
Yeah, all of them know each other.
God, come on, Wayne. How you pull that off?
Man, we're in a small town. We ain't too many.
Well, I mean, you could have went to Augusta. You could have.
Yeah, we went. It was a few in Augusta, but them boys in Augusta don't play by their girls. Nah.
So when you tell your mom, you sit down and you tell your mom.
Now my mom, she passed away when I was 11.
Okay, so your grandmother raised you?
Yeah, kind of, but I was kind of out there a little bit.
So, okay.
I was a free kid. Like, I'm that kid. I ain't got no curfew or nothing. Like, you know, I was staying with the people, my cousins on my dad's side.
Right.
But, you know, I ain't had no restrictions. I just made sure I did my work, though.
Right.
I made sure I did my work, played sports, but I was kind of free.
Had your mom been alive, or if your dad been in a situation, do you think that would have occurred? Or if you had someone to sit down and say, come on, okay, well, you got one. You know, that first one is a slip up, is a mistake.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, son, you're still in high school now. You still got your whole life ahead of you. Let's try not to make this mistake again.
Nah, if my mom was here, that wouldn't have happened. All that wouldn't have happened, because she would, first of all, some of the situations I went with them baby mamas, my mom would have cussed them out anyway, so we would have been cut off. So, you know, my mom would have kind of had a little different restriction on it. I wouldn't have been so loose, for real.
You had kids like 4 days apart.
Yeah, hold up. Yup, like 2 weeks apart.
2 weeks apart.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got a birthday party coming up together.
Together?
Coming up. Yeah, they cheerlead together. They close.
Wow. How did you... Before I go, how did you manage to, because it seems to me, and I've seen a couple of interviews before, is that it's like a little family. Like, y'all cool. That, hey, I know you, I know you, you know me. Hey, we all in this thing together. Let's make it work.
Yeah, it take a lot of money. It take a lot of money to build that village, boy. It take, you know, I realized that's what it took. It was a certain amount of money to finally get them baby mamas.
Right.
To be like, all right. So it was a certain amount of money that I had to really, okay, let me make sure you straight for real, not just a kid. You got a house, you got a car, you got a house, you got a car, and put everybody on the same level, kind of. And they all just, hey man, they work.
So there wasn't a competition, because sometimes, okay, if she gets $5 or $100 more, well, I got to go back because I can't let her get more than me.
Yeah.
And I can't let her have more than me. You gave her a car, I need a car. If you helping her with her rent and mortgage, you need to help me too.
Yep.
So you taking all that out of it.
Taking all that out.
You got this. She got this, she got this, she got this, everybody equal, let's be happy.
Let's get it. Yep.
So when you had the kids 2 weeks apart, so how you go back up there and the nurses see you? They just saw you 2 weeks ago in here with a baby.
Yeah, they judge me with their eyes, because, you know, I got to look through the glass again. They just see me. But I'm trying to block my face. They're like, you was here? I'm like, yeah, don't judge me, please. You left something? Yeah, another baby. So, you know, it was a small town. Everybody knew, so. Yeah.
Right. So, the majority of the women are from Millen and Statesboro.
Yeah, Millen and Statesboro. My last mother with kids, she from Kansas City. Yep, Millen and Statesboro.
You done with kids?
Oh yeah, I'm done now, yeah.
Because I thought, you know, you have a dance off, you have a sing off. People were thinking you and Nick Cannon was having a kid off.
I know. Hey, kid, see, the Cannon store, he had a lot of kids after the money.
Right.
So I had some in the street, so I got away some years with the, you know, the regular life.
Right.
But yeah, I had a lot of kids. I had 7 kids by the time I was 22. So, you know,
7 by 22?
Yeah. So 3 of them came, you know, I'm 36 now, so between 22 and 36, last 14 years, I had 3 kids.
Right. Well, you should, I mean, So I mean, did you lay down at night like, man, I'm 17 years old, I got a kid. Damn, I'm 18, I got another one.
Yeah.
I'm 19, got another one. Like, damn.
Yeah. I went to the Army the first one. I went to basic training, but I ain't go back to AIT. But I went to basic training.
What do you thought basic training was gonna do?
No, I had to go.
You had to go find
I had to go
work.
find a job immediately. So going to 12th grade, I went to basic training. On the way to 12th grade, that summer they let you go to basic training. But yeah, I was just like, man, when I had my first son, I was like, all right. And then me and the mother of my kids, their mother, my first kid's mother, me and her graduated together. And my last name Coley, her last name Cooper. So we sit beside each other. And I looked at her. I said, have your period came on? She was like, nope. I like, dog, at least I'm about to graduate. So she was pregnant with my other son while we was graduating. So that was 2. Right. And then it just kept on rolling after that. It just kept on rolling.
You know what? To understand, like, you know what? Even though your dream was to be a rapper, you understood that you had a responsibility at that point in time. So I've got to put what I really want to do on hold to make sure that the responsibility that I created is taken care of.
Yeah, I gave up. I tell people I gave my dream away for my kids, and God gave it right back to me. I feel like God was like, since you showed that you was willing, I give it back to you. Cause I gave up. I'm like, ain't no way. I wasn't, man. I had a job. I worked at a Southern company, and then I got in the streets, cause that child support started.
Yeah, working at the Southern company ain't gonna cut it.
Nah,
not with that many kids.
Nah, it was that child support check. When they finally took child support out, me and my partner Devin was walking, and I stopped because this one you can see checks.
They garnished your
Yeah,
wages?
they garnished. I say, he was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "Man, I don't think I can afford to take another step. It's over. Man, I do not work at no power plant. I work at the Dollar Tree. Man, you see that money coming out? Ain't no way.
Yeah,
ain't no way."
So you says, okay, now, let me ask you a question. There are not a whole lot of celebrities. I think Future, I don't know if you're cool with Future. I mean, obviously Nick Cannon, that's kind of like your same because he's a comedian and things of that nature. Do you talk to other celebrities? Have you talked to other celebrities that have a large number of kids?
Me and T.I. talk, but he ain't got many as me. But, man, to be honest, man, once you get everything right in life, I spend a lot of time with my kids. Right. My kids stay right around. I catch every one of my son's games. Got a son in college balling right now. My daughters dance. My daughters cheerlead. We spend a lot of time together, but they all pretty much family men, especially T.I. They be around their kids as much as they can. That's the only one I really talk to.
Right. So did you put yourself on child support? When did you come to the conclusion and says, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this for you, and so because sometimes the attorneys get expensive.
Yeah.
They get real expensive. So you try to settle this before it get to that point.
Yeah, I did that. I put myself on child support, but man, that child support, that ain't the problem. They really need more. You find out they need more than that.
Right.
It costs a lot to really raise those kids for real, man. They asking that mama every day. So I just came to the realization because I was that child.
Right.
That my dad to drop off some money, but that ain't enough.
Right.
So, I just, man, you know what? I always just gave him the paper. I get him some more money, man.
Right.
But you can't buy peace. So I'm like, get that money. I get more of that.
Right.
But I need my peace.
So how much to take care of your monthly expenses just with the kids and the kids' mom?
Just with the kids and kids.
Not your expenses, not what because you got to live also, but you got to make sure they straight.
Okay.
So what's that expense?
Okay, not count my family or nothing.
Not counting your family, just the kids and the kids' mom.
Just with them, probably 100. You know what I'm saying? Just with the baby mamas, not count my family, and not count me. That's about 100. About 100 a month.
So, but if you throw your family in there and throw you in there, that's probably another 100 on top of that.
That's 200. It's 200 with 100. Hold up. No, it's 300 with me. It's 300. It's 200 and 100 for me. You know what I mean? It's 200 for my family, my kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I write my brother a check for 160 a month to pay everybody. And then the credit, they spend about 40 a month on their credit cards. 200 a month just for family and kids, baby mamas.
So that's why you on the road all the time. That's why you don't get no break. You got to work.
Yeah, but see, a lot of that in that 200 too, man, that's family working too, because my brother working.
Yeah, because you told me your brother, some of your kids help.
Yeah, so by out of that 200, Like my sisters work with me. Out of that 200 real work, probably about 50 of that work. You know what I'm saying? 50 or 60 of that. But, you know, I thank God I made way over that, just being real.
How did you determine that, you know what, I'm going to put my family, because a lot of times, you know, we get in this position, our family don't work, we just give them free money. But you decided to put your family, hey, you want some money, you got to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes like about a 1099. Now, hold up. Now, everybody get a 1099 too. So that's the part people don't know.
Right.
But you put them to work because it's like when you reach a certain amount of money and you start realizing how the tax game go, you like, hold up.
Oh, that's 50%. You only get half. So whatever they see 10 million, count 5 million.
Yeah. So only thing is a 100% write-off is a person.
Right.
So okay, if my sister worked for me and I give her a 10 piece a month,
right,
I'm really giving her 5.
Right.
You know, because I'm gonna have to give that to somebody anyway.
Correct.
So you train the people around you, and when the people around you start growing and learning, man, my money kept going up because everybody around me skilled now.
Right.
And you know, the paper coming in, just I can't even count it no more.
Man. So how did you get to the point that says, you know what, baby mama's straight, the kids are straight, my family's straight, now I gotta focus on what I need to do?
Yeah, I just felt like, because every time I got some money, I was like, I don't feel right unless my sisters and my family, you know, I feel lonely. I'm like, man, they got to be straight. I can't just be visiting them. So I didn't feel like I could focus on my real goal until I got them to a certain level, at every level I got.
Okay.
And that's what made me focus more on the goal, because now I'm like, I'm focused now because I could take care of my family. I got some, and I got enough to invest in my dream. So now I'm really focused because I ain't got that guilt of looking at my sister who came out my mama like, dang, what sis doing bad over there? You know what I'm saying? Because your love in your heart you can't ignore it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore it.
So let me, when you start to date, so how soon before you start to date, when you're dating someone, do you start to take on some of their responsibility, if not all of their responsibility?
Man, I don't date no more like that. Like, if I meet a person and I like them, we come to agreement then. If I like them enough, okay, you're gonna be around in my life for a long time. Let me figure out this off the rip, because I know I'm gonna run into this anyway.
Right.
So I kind of already have it in my mind when I meet a person.
Okay. So you, but because at this junction now, you know, people like, well, hey, he done, you know, he got this. I might can catch him slipping. I might can get me one.
No, you can't catch me slipping because I already slipped. I've been slipped in high school. So I tell everybody, a lot of people, you know, you can't catch me slipping because I already slipped, because you're going to slip in life anyway.
Right, correct.
But I slipped so early, I don't fail so many times, man. My shoes got grip now.
Yeah, you got a cleat.
You can't slip a slipper.
Right. But that's an unbelievable country that you have been, the situation that you're in is less than ideal, especially at the time. Now, you wouldn't trade anything for the kids that you have.
For sure.
That you've been able to, that all these people have been able to come together for the common goal, and you've helped them realize that the most important thing is a kid.
Yeah.
All this bickering, because at the end of the day, I need to be at peace because I need to go get this paper.
I gotta go get this paper. And I tell them that, man, they outgrown. There used to be a lot of drama, windows bust stop, baby, this baby mama mad at this. I went through all that, but now it's to the point, man, I got to admit, those ladies put all that aside for those kids.
Right.
And those kids, they ready to get that paper. Like my son, he helped build my online business.
Right.
Because I had him in my skits and build storylines around him. So, man, he helped his daddy build, you know what I'm saying, build his business from the ground. And man, it's love now, man. But I went through it.
It's tough though.
Yeah, it's tough to get to that point.
It's tough in the beginning.
It's tough in the beginning because don't nobody understand that everybody's problem is your problem, and when you got money, they don't understand.
Right.
But so I opened up and share a lot of business with them,
right,
so they can understand what's going on. And to be honest, they went from sitting on their ASS to switching that word around. Now they're asset.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow, that's unbelievable. Born in Millen, Georgia. It's funny that you're from a small town in Georgia. I had 3,500 people. Millen, Georgia is actually smaller.
Yeah.
We had 2 traffic lights. You guys have 1.
Yeah.
Had 1 at the time. I was reading in the census that you guys have lost people since 2020. Y'all died by 200 people.
They down, boy. I don't know. That time ain't no money, ain't no jobs.
No.
There's no jobs in Millen, man.
So what was Millen, growing up, what was Millen, Georgia like?
Man, it was a small town. That's why I had all them kids. There wasn't no cable. We ain't had nothing to do but hunch. Man, Millen is that place that ain't got nothing to do, and people say everybody know everybody, everybody talking about everybody, and you're not getting out of there.
Right.
Ain't no ambitions. You got a dream, everybody gonna kill it. So it was just, man, it was one of those places, small town, man, and nothing was there.
You said a small town, nobody ever gets out. But why would your mind not allow you to say that I'm not gonna get out? Why didn't you feel trapped?
I used to go to Atlanta for the summer.
Okay.
I had family in Atlanta. And my mom, we stayed in Atlanta for like 3 years when I was in elementary school.
Okay.
So I used to see one thing, the city and the country both have their pros to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Pros and cons. The city moved too fast. The country moved too slow. But I was a combination of it together because me going both places.
Right.
Because people call the country slow. The country ain't slow. We just ain't got the information.
Right.
A country boy grab on to something, you ain't getting it back from him.
Right.
That's why when them country boys, it's like when I grabbed onto this comedy game, I'm gonna get it. Right. Because we more appreciate it more like, oh. But me going back and forth, I was able to be like, oh, they swagging up here in the city. I used to bring my game back to the country. So I think me being able to see that, I always had the ambition because I seen people take off. And I seen how the Olympics changed Atlanta.
Yeah.
Cause I was standing there at the time like, man, so my brain would never let me just get stuck in the country.
Did anybody, because a lot of times, like you said, when you're from a small town and you have big dreams, when no one else is from that town have ever gotten out and did something to the scale of what you're thinking, it's easy for people to try to kill your dream. Oh, man, stop.
They try to kill me in the dream. Man, I like to die down there, man. Listen, man, I had so much hate in that time my whole life. Every year I fought like 3 or 4 times in school. Because when you acting like the person who always got a dream and that confidence, they trying to kill it every day.
Right.
And then when you do start making it, it's a lot of hate, man. It's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate in them towns. That's why if you make it out that country town, that's why the hate now people give me, it ain't nothing.
It's harder to make it from a country town because it's so everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody.
And it's so small, so you're gonna get hate from people that you know. I hate for people that hate me that I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't know them.
Exactly.
But I see you every day and I know you hating on me.
You hating, boy. That hate. In Atlanta, they were sticking together. That's how artists was breaking.
Right.
In that country, they with you to a certain degree, but if you start acting like to get too big.
Yeah, as long as we on the same level.
As long as we on the same level.
You poor, I'm poor, we cool.
We cool.
But if I start to get a little bit, if I get $50 more than what you got, you
boy,
think you better.
That hate in that country, listen here now. The hate in the country is the most strongest hate. Man, them small towns?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
In school, what type of kid was Wayne?
Man, you know, I was best dressed, had the girls and cool, you know what I'm saying? But I know how to make people laugh.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty smart and I knew how to get my way with my mouth, you know, in my mind.
Right.
I was always that guy. You know, a lot of parents ain't like me. Like my brother, mama, she ain't like me.
Right.
My best friend, mama, they didn't like me being around their kids because
right.
I'm going to wake you up.
Right.
Man, listen, dog, we got to figure out something. Like I was waking kids up. So, you know, people used to call me grown, but I was just real, man. I seen the real, but I had fun in school. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, did you go to school to learn or to get the women?
I already had the women. So I went to school to politics. I loved it. It was like a part of me. The school was like social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like a playground. Social, I had fun. You know, you played sports and I like to laugh.
Right.
And it was like a big playground. You know what I mean?
Did you talk a lot in school? Were you a class clown?
I was funny, but I never was a clown.
Right.
I asked a question to disrupt the class, and I was always the guy who disrupted the class. But man, I talked a lot.
Did you?
I talked a lot. I ain't never stopped talking.
You lived in Savannah for a while.
I went to Savannah for like a month or 2.
How was that?
It was cool, man. My daddy he was talking to this teacher named Miss Parker, a nice white lady, man. But I had to get from up there because, man, they had so many fleas in their house. They had a dog, and my daddy acted like he can't feel the fleas at first. Everybody acted like they ain't feeling them. But one day, my daddy messed around and walked around with no socks on, the fleas tore him up. So I had to get out of there. Them fleas ran me out of Savannah.
They ran you out of Savannah?
But if people think roach or something, boy, you get some fleas,
oh, man.
them things get in your sock, you go to pop them. I told him my ankle was swole. It had knots on them.
When did you learn to embrace your accent? because you know we rule South Georgia.
Yeah.
Atlanta, you know, Atlanta's the South.
Yeah.
But we're rural South Georgia.
Well, when I went to Savannah, that's when they really started calling me country.
Okay.
Because they were like, man, you from Atlanta, because Atlanta and Savannah was beefing. So I was like, man, I ain't from no Atlanta, man. Because they were beefing. And, nah, bro, we know you from the A. Nah, man, I swear to God, I ain't from Atlanta.
Right.
So, but they was like, man, you don't sound like you from the A, but it's different. So I was like, hold up, man, this accent is different.
Right.
So I was embracing it. I was like, man, even when I came through the industry, I'm like, everybody was telling me, man, you need to take a dialect coach and change. I'm like, for what? I'm going to sound different than everybody. When that Kountry Wayne speak, you going to know, oh, that's Kountry Wayne right there. So I just knew it was different. You know, I just knew, because a lot of people from Atlanta, but the way we talk so Southern in that country, you hear it in us. I sound like an uncle, like Elijah. This how my Uncle Elijah sound. You know, so I was like, I'm just gonna be me, because it been the easiest thing I could do.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because you know we like to do something before two something.